a kill though is big because it goes to King.
Alright, guys, hello. I had some technical issues, so I couldn't join right away with the game. We have the first blood.
The paranoia come through, which makes it really hard to adequately respond. Grizzly is able to flash away, but
I was just
here
trying to
again,
catch up
Barrel's
with the
already
game.
here, and even
I
though
was
Life
trying
is
to
close
go
as well,
through some.
who doesn't actually get spotted, which I think is a really big
the
reason why
picks.
Copper
The
tries
picks
to
are
go
looking
for this.
quite
They
good.
don't actually see Life, I think.
I actually
Maybe
like
spotted
the
him, like, somewhere else.
DRX picks better.
Really good hook.
Life,
Yeah, really important.
The fact that he identifies,
Although, like, you know,
I
Viper's
flash
picking
hook,
Sivir, this
and
is
that
some
allows
old
me to make
classic.
sure
Right
that
now
this
coming
gank
back
is
to
going to
Sivir.
work because,
I believe
you know,
because of the
in a
wave clear
2v2, an extended one,
as
you don't
well.
really want to stick around. You just want to burst down the Nocturne 100 to 0. So really nicely piloted.
We'll see
by
both
Life.
teams, like, you know,
Good
Juanwa
position,
had a
but at the
One
same
More
time,
Life had
DRX,
a
they
good
do get the rift
end of the
outs.
season.
They
They
get a
were
little
managed
push
to
up here on the top
secure the
side,
third
and they should be able
spot
to at
in
least
the
take down
LCK.
a couple more
The
plates
Summer
with this crash. There it is.
standings,
One
and
apiece,
DRX
that's already
actually
four
got
plates on
better and
the top side
better
going away with
at the end of
Also
the
gonna mean
season,
that Kingen, even
and
with
they
the
were
kill,
able to
I
secure the
expect him still
sixth
to be a
position,
decent amount of
which
goal
allowed them to
behind,
play the
just because Ross
playoffs
wasn't
right
able
now
to
against
mostly
the
utilize
Juanwa.
the farm,
They
and
were
then
picked,
also
if
pick
I
up
remember,
all
by
those
Juanwa,
plates just with the
and
pushing power of the rumble.
Kia will
And
play
Kingen not able
against
to match that
T1.
even with the
Not
early
one.
whip, as Barrel is here.
Yeah, Zeka gonna get the one dash away, but can't chain it in. The flash comes through, paranoia as well, and flash out of Zeka. Is it enough as the damage
no,
is there?
it wasn't.
Fate just gonna throw a Q over the
He
top.
should throw him
and
into
picks
the
up a
tower.
kill onto his opposing mid laner.
And
That
Zeka
might have been killed.
sidestepping as much as he could there, but not going to be
Yeah,
enough.
they got him nicely.
DRX, Barrel making his presence known there in the mid lane.
He's inevitable.
Stop saying it, Valdez. We're not acknowledging
But
it
the
until
collapse
it
on the
actually
mid laner
happens,
is
okay?
quite
I thought
popular
I was
all the
asking
time,
with
you
Valdez.
know.
Whatever
You need
Atlas
to be
today.
aware
Whatever you
of
say,
what's
Doc.
happening on the map.
But it is a
basically.
really nicely set up gank there from DRX. You see again the amount of power that the Leona has together with the Nico in situations like this ends up being big. Zeka
Yeah, but
does
basically,
get to shuffle
look,
away,
you
but
had
Barrel
to
sets it up with
flash
the
down.
Q, and even though they don't actually get the root or the
They
knockoff
don't get
from the
anything
ultimate,
actually on him, but
the
then
Fear Chatter
Nico
still
got
works,
the
which means that he's just standing there while the
final saying with
Nico
her
Q
damage.
ends up taking him down. And we do have now the dragon being started up, so that will be a kill in mid traded for a dragon. And we have basically only good souls.
It looks like both
still
teams are
left
kind
on
of
the table.
playing, you know,
It's not
to
Lucian,
One
as
way
it will
is-
be Hextech, Stech Soul on the table. Both these teams
both teams
really
are
going
trying
be
to
making
see
runs at those
what they're gonna
streaks
land. The first game is quite important in my opinion,
for a good
just
reason.
because it
Especially
it
with Sivir
does
and
gives
Saya,
you an extra room.
them
If you will
alone,
win, you
not to
can,
mention
like, you
everybody
know,
else.
play a little bit
Will
around the
get pretty
picks.
interesting pretty fast, and Summer Life Esports should be able to hit some spikes before then. But DRX definitely.
Although
showing
first
up
game
here
is just still the
already.
first game.
Yeah, I think the RX have the benefit
see
of
which
both.
team will
They're being the underdog,
gain the
and I think
tempo.
their draft gives them a lot more agency in the early game. Right, Viper doesn't even have an item yet. Zeka is going to go for what looks like Crown as well, which I do think makes a lot of sense into the DRX comp. But it does mean that this Humble Life comp doesn't really start possessing a threat until you are sitting on 2 items at least. You need to get at least an
I
actual
would say
damage item.
no.
for
Yeah,
Viper.
they
It
do
does
have the
this dragon
collapse on the
now.
DRX. They basically
And
have the
then
collapse, and
Zeka again, Crown
Zaya
first is
have
going
the
to keep him safe, but his damage
safe
will really spike until he
way
gets
out with her
what
ult.
probably will be an Asher second, and he can start actually out DPSing in the later fight. So that does mean that DRX have a lot of
Honestly,
now
I'm
they're
not
able to use it as
sure.
plate
You know, I can
Yeah,
see,
the 4
like, you know,
plates
both
in
teams.
top, the 1 plate in mid,
The Juanwa have more
probably
tanks, so
just
they are
through
like
the natural
betting
pushing that
on
he was doing
Zeka
early
and
on, plus
Viper
the gank
doing
that
the
they got
whole
onto
damage, I
Zeka
believe, and
is
Kingen
enough to at least
eventually
get the
going
1
to the
plate.
back line.
And
and
yeah, I
getting
mean,
Paddock
outside of the
somehow.
itemization and the items that will eventually need to come from Prom Life Esports, they do have really nice target.
But the DRX
acquisition
has the
with Nautilus, Maokai, and Renekton.
a
alone,
nice
not
collab
to
with
mention the tier
Leon and
follow-up.
Nocturne, and they can
Especially compared to
disengage
the
and
side of
engage
DRX,
with
you
Rumble.
just need to
Nico
go
the same,
all
engage,
in. If they're ever
disengage.
going to start a fight, right?
So
you
we'll
gotta get
see.
that
I
Nocturne in,
believe it
you
will be
have
around
to
the
get your
objectives.
Leona into a back line.
Around the
Outside of
objectives
the
in
Leona,
Baron.
it's not like a huge
Sorry,
amount of
it's
target
quite
range,
early
so
morning here.
don't quite have
I'm a
as
good
many
sleeper.
tools as Summer Life Esports in terms of like a flash Renekton stun or a flash
Flash
Renekton
Renekton
stuff
stun.
like that. So Summer Life Esports,
I
if they can
believe
pilot it
it's
well
gonna
and
be.
select one
Let's
target
see. The
and
Drake
go
is in
all
3
on it,
minutes,
they
so
will have the damage regardless.
Herald
It's
is
also
coming,
important to note that the DRX
one way is going around the Herald, setting the vision.
is not going to be able to deal with saber autoing, right? Like, just the boomerang blades are going to shred through everyone that isn't barrel. So when you get to the point where we're sitting at like 3-4 items, I don't think the game for DRX really is winnable, barring some like insane coordination in the later game team fights. They do have the tools, but DRX this split have not really given me a reason to believe that they can pull that off against the team
I
as good as
disagree
Hanwha.
with that just because
We'll see if
DRX
they're
was
able to,
having a
like,
nice
get the
finish
second
line,
Herald,
and I would
pick
bet
themselves
on
up
that.
like 2 extra Drakes,
You know,
set themselves up for an early soul
especially
point.
that
Definitely could be an
patches
angle,
are
but I
changing
think Hanwha
constantly,
getting
and the
Dragon
meta is
actually
changing
really makes a big
constantly. So
difference, because
the
it buys you so
teams,
much
I
more
would
time
rather
to
look
when they
at what
need
team was
to
performing
a
at a certain
100%
patch
fight.
rather than the whole season.
Absolutely feels
Or
pretty good for them.
like, you know,
as they
add it
do
up
have fates
together.
on the way, but again,
My
with
bet is
Sivers,
actually
doesn't
on
really care
DRX somehow. I'm not sure why, but because
your
Hanwha is
roots,
very,
unless
very
you
strong
can.
at the moment.
Yeah,
Very
and
strong. But my
now
bet is on the
DRX is going to
DRX.
go all in on the
these
second
games.
Rift Herald as you do try to use it for that first one, but that first Hex Tech Drake.
Unless because I do like the Grizzly a lot as a jungler.
Definitely
A
gonna
very
go.
nice
Teleport
young
coming in.
rising star
Here
over
we
here,
go.
in my
Grizzly
opinion.
looking to set this one up
Oh,
as
look,
Life
look,
is
look.
going to
Oh,
miss the
yeah.
hook, and it's smote away by Grizzly, who will take this down. Pop Blossom only hitting the Renekton as they're
Oh,
trying
you
to
see?
down Kingen.
Nice.
Kingen
is dead.
They finally do get there, but it's
They
so
got
much use
Nico.
all into the Renekton,
And
and
they
that
got
is going to be the
Beryl.
follow-up win in the fight to the side
Yeah.
of LA Esports as Life.
1-1.
Was thinking about it, but the
1-1-1.
rest of the team will call
Nicely.
it off.
And the Smite
Unfortunate
War
fight there
won
for
by
DRX.
Grizzly.
Nicely done by Hanwha Life.
Noted.
The threat that Kingen provides means that
And look,
Fade can't
collapse
actually
on the
get
mid
onto
lane.
back
I
line.
love
That's
that.
when this composition
That's what
falls
it should be.
apart somewhat. They also
Right
get
away,
the Herald,
collapse.
meaning that they get the bot side turret, right, gets first turret blood, get the Herald, and they win the team fight. And with a composition that definitely has plenty of power and scaling, Hanwha Life going to be feeling a whole lot better. And as we take a look here again, Fade doesn't actually have a way of
Yeah,
getting
it
onto
was
the back
better
line
collapse from
here.
Hanwha.
And the
Look,
Smite is one
the
thing, but you see
DRX
as
is
well,
just splitted. The Nico
Rascal
can
isn't
do
really in
AoE
this
damage.
fight.
She just
Fade
have to like
gets
defend
completely zoned away
herself.
by King, and
They
yeah,
kill
King ends up dying.
they
Who
kill
cares? Doesn't
Renekton,
matter.
but
The fight is won.
Renekton
He's
was quite
done
beefy,
his
so
duty.
they had to sacrifice a lot.
A bit disjointed there from
A
DRX.
lot.
I'm not sure they were 100% ready for the full commit, because you saw like Rascal wants to flank from one angle, Fade from another, but then when Hanwha Life pulled the trigger, they
The
weren't really
gold
ready
is
at all.
still quite even,
No,
so
not really. And,
you know,
I mean, you have to expect
1K
that kind of thing. It
for
feels
now.
like almost every team in the LCK
1K
is
for
going
now,
to
one
fight over the
Drake,
second Herald regardless
one
of situation.
Herald,
So,
one
unlike
tower. You
esports
know, there is
especially,
no
like I was
much
talking about before, you know, they just
advantage over
find an
here.
enemy target, just try to isolate
They
the
just
one,
got
and,
the bot tower,
Kingen did a
so
great
that's
job
one
of
advantage
doing
where the
exactly
gold
that,
lands.
getting onto that weak
The
Nico,
kills
of
are
course,
on
the
Nico,
pop-offs
on
only on
Severe,
him,
on the
and
top
made the
laners,
follow-up from
and on
DRX very
support.
disjointed, allowing them to win the fight. It's now Beryl. He
Ooh.
is Leona with the clips, but there are 3 members. We do have the equalizer now coming down. DRX looking for a follow-up, but Beryl is going to get away. A big sweep is going to catch Rascal, and there's nobody to help him here as he is doing an insane amount of damage into Life, but it's still a
Yeah,
standing
I'm
rumble
not sure
right
why
before
the
Drake
DRX is not following
And
at
if DRX
all.
lose this Drake, lots of them
Honestly,
staying in this
that
game
was like
definitely going
a little bit
to
fapping on the mid
plummet.
lane.
Really essential. Fate just getting poked out there by Zeka and Viper. We didn't even mention Viper yet. Also was able to pick up a kill in the previous fight. Positioning has been great. And the really big
See, the
difference
shot
that I wanna
calling is
highlight
winning
and
the
what I think
games,
is also the
apparently.
reason why many of us
And the shot
favor
calling in
Hanwha so
Hanwha is
heavily
better.
is the way that Hanwha are able to play around waves. Like, look at the CS leads that have been built up just from mid-game because DRX are dropping so much more waves to try and force us back.
Ooh.
well, speaking of forcing, he's
Why?
dead. Inevitably, he will go in, I guess, as
Dude,
now
I'm
Morocco will follow the same. Extremely disjointed fight here from the side of DRX, and Hanwha Life Esports are like, I guess we'll just kill you then.
Yeah.
And we will take this Drake as well.
And
Unless
again,
someone just pressed the buttons by accident.
was
not good.
Just so hard to deal with.
That was not good
Barrel
at all
going
by
in
DRX.
When Fate doesn't have access to the back line,
Apparently,
just doesn't work.
they
at
just
all,
fought
as we can see.
something, but they
Now
couldn't
another
coordinate
dragon,
it.
going over, and so it starts
I
off
believe
with
it
Beryl
should
getting
be Beryl
caught,
and
right?
Nico
Life
initially.
again
No,
doing a
alright,
great
Beryl
job,
is caught.
finds the hook, and then it doesn't look that bad because the equalizer comes
But
through, but unfortunately for
yeah,
DRX, they don't actually have
you should
Nico,
keep the
whereas
equalizer.
Kingen is able to join the
Oh,
fight
here,
very, very
look.
quickly. so they
They are
get
farming
the
mid
lead.
lane
And I wanna,
instead
again,
of they
pay
had like
attention here.
5
If Fade can
members
get onto
for
this backline when Barrel
Fade.
goes in, this can work. Look at Zeka. Look at he's just standing guard. There's no access at all, and Croco shouldn't have pressed that R button. Just let it go, because the moment that Fade doesn't actually get behind them,
Yeah,
that play is over.
Yeah.
it
Also,
was quite
the fact that you're
there.
flash queuing onto a
I
sitter,
think it
and
will be
yes, if you
over
do
with
hit
the
it
game
and you
1
catch
as well.
Viper off guard, then maybe.
It's starting to
But
look
again,
in that
it's
way,
single
and if you will
cleanse, too.
let
So,
Azir
on top of
farm,
all of that,
I
it's
think that
going
Azir can take the
extremely
game
hard into
himself,
Viper, one of our
basically.
best, captain
He's still a
Jack
sub.
style
And
80 carries, who is
Zeka
going
is
to right away.
at
He
the
spell
moment
shields
on the
heal
first
from Barrel,
place
and
on the
he's, like,
PLG
just
list, so
laughing at him. So
let's not forget that.
yeah, as you mentioned, he's got both sums. This game feels
That
like
he does
it
have a
is
skill.
already in the bag for Humble Life Esports, but let's see what DRX have in terms
And
of
he's
their
in a very
trickiness.
good
I'm not sure
form.
if it's going to be enough, as Viper is already 1,000 gold ahead of his counterpart.
Yeah, it's hard to see an angle here for DRX because the execution of their combos thus far hasn't really been that clean. And they are falling behind
It's
just on
2.5K
because again, you
gold
see them
at
taking
the
a lot of
moment.
shortcuts. The
We
bot
have a
lane turret
Drake
was a really good
in 3
example. They
minutes.
want everyone at the
Baron
objective
is
to
live.
try
I
and
don't think they
5v5,
will go for
but it
Baron
does mean
yet.
that Humble Life
They
like
don't have
shoves
enough
2
damage
turrets in, or
just
2
to
waves
bait
into
it.
the turret, is able to pick up the turret as well.
So
And that's why right now Viper 20 CS lead, Zeka 20 CS lead.
yeah,
These are really
the CS
stacking
lead
up
is
as,
looking
the
quite
game
substantial,
continues.
and it
I
would
think
be
DRX
better.
have one more fight in them. If they can take out Viper, take out Zeka early on, maybe there's an opportunity.
They
but
would have to
outside of
catch
that,
both
they're not
Zeka
looking up
and
here
Viper
for the
on
underdogs in game
Nico
number
ult,
1. And how
and
they can
then
take all the
top
time.
it with Rumble ult
Yeah,
and
I like
Croco
their
ult
pace
and
well.
Barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Or
just kind
Barrel
of
would catch them with
standing
ult,
guard,
at
and they're
least
saying,
1 or
okay,
2, and
we're
then
gonna
Fade
wait for
second one.
DRX to try to force an engage and just
But,
respond to it.
yeah.
Essentially, they haven't gone too crazy except the one
They will
time
have a
on the second Rift Herald.
they will have a hard
They're not
time
gonna
because
start
they
up this
only
Baron
have a
just yet.
tank in
They're not
Barrel.
in position for it. DRX really trying
That's
to make a play for this, as they're gonna go in
what's
onto Barrel here once again. Not always the
although
best
I
choices
don't
for
understand
Leafs.
why would you engage on the
I guess that was the
tank.
opening they were looking for, as Kingen is winning this 1v1 against the Rumble. And
Winning
he'll
is,
feel pretty good about
I would
that, at
say,
least.
And we'll
interrupting
see,
more like
'cause
and
you
being in a
kinda
better
wanna try and
position.
go for
But
Baron here, but with Viper still alive, with Zeka there, with King having teleport, don't know if you can actually do that. They are going to try though, and you might not get another opportunity like this in the game.
Yeah, gotta send it. And that they will. It is a 4v5, maybe looking for a turn as well onto Zeka,
They are
who does
looking for
identify
it,
it,
so-
gets away for now, but can't really get away from Croco, who's just gonna fear you, clicks onto the portal, and they are gonna stop the Baron on this
Nice.
one, but Zeka is
So that was just a
absolutely dead. It's
bait.
shut down now for
LOL,
Croco,
that
who
was
picks up
good
that goal.
DRX, I like
Big
that.
moment there. I think Zeka still will be
I
happy
like
because
that
it does
bait.
mean that the Baron does not get taken. Has to give his life. Nice attempt at a flank there.
They
but
would
because
not take
he's
the
able to
Baron,
stall
that
for
was
a
just
decent amount of
baiting
time,
someone.
the Baron's not gonna
I
go
think they
over.
were just
Humble Life
baiting
are able to still
actually
get the mid lane
Zeka, and
turret.
they did it nicely
And
with TP
DRX
available.
try desperately there to get themselves the Baron. Not actually gonna end up working out. And Rascal also TP'd
You
for
should
that. As
see
did
it through,
Kingen.
come on, they weren't trying to get
Turret
the
is still
Baron,
up.
they were trying to
And,
bait.
we'll
It
be
was
okay.
quite
I
simple to see.
When action walks up to anyone, I feel the uh-oh.
Especially
Look,
after the last
They
time.
know the wards are there.
So what I think
That
happens here
was
is
that was
that,
silly. That was
they
absolutely
think that they
silly.
can
Going
force
for
a
tank
4v4 because,
with all members here as well.
Rascal tried to back and it got cancelled, but
And
you
look,
don't have aftershock.
They
You
they
got that
already
tank, you want
leaving the
demonic
Baron.
embrace
They
as
already
well,
knew
so,
what they want. They
if
just
you're
want to
an
have a
aftershock knockout
Azir
with
over
Radiant
here.
Virtue, I think you can do that and maybe get away with it. Not the case here. And then Zeka ends up dying, but I think definitely for a good cause. The shutdown is nice though for Croco.
Yeah,
Should get
that's a
into
good
his
gold for
second item.
Nocturne. It should give him an advantage.
maybe, I mean,
Croco
if
is one
Grizzly
of the
already did have his
factor
Radiant
of
Virtue,
DRX
then,
winning, I believe.
That's not
Don't think he did.
does now.
So,
maybe it'll work.
if they
on
will
the
let him
next
conduct nicely this
Yeah,
Peace
and there will be an next
called
time
game
very
one.
soon, because this Hextech
we
Drake
might
belt
see
spawn,
some nice
and
actions.
you just know that Humble Life, they want to get on Soul Point, they want to have this buffer as the
Ooh,
Flash
look
comes
for
in, forces it from
that.
Pada. Nice play from Life
Flash
once
for
again, who has
Flash.
been having a strong game
Flashy
so far.
But he
flash.
has. As,
Oh,
King and
I
connects
don't
Pressing our
believe
buttons now. Here
that's.
comes King Emmy, is going to go into his stopwatch. He's very far ahead of the team, as now Nature's Grasp does come out, and a couple of zoning ultimates.
I think
question
that.
mark?
Ooh,
Not
that's-
sure what's
that
happening.
means that DRX
They are
gets
just
the
trying
break.
to
I love
bait
this
and
response from
bait.
Humble Life. Immediately, we can't go for the team fight. Don't want to give DRX the Dragon.
They want to
and
try
set
to
up.
bait
I don't think
the
they actually
Baron.
should commit to the Baron, because if you get caught in a 5v5, their lead is not that big. If
I
somehow
think that
came back on
DRX
Nexus, you
should
might still be in
take
trouble.
Dragon and send
But
maybe like
DRX with the
1-2
vision, so
members
they feel
towards
priced
Baron,
into
and you
this.
could
I think now
almost
they're
have
also
a
realizing, hey,
TP.
doesn't look like Humble Life actually wants to commit
It
for
would be
this
1
Nash
minute,
here.
probably more.
And they
See,
should be
there
able
we
to
go.
get themselves the Dragon here, would equalize the score. But Humble Life, again, do find some extra gold in the form of a turret.
Yep, definitely a good look. Crocker going to start this one up. He's kind of putting a timer here onto Life Esports, but they spot Zeka hitting the objective, the Baron. So Crocker immediately, with this paranoia, will be in position. Barrel's going all the way over as they look to potentially turn onto him. Now he is quite far ahead as the teams are struggling with their usage of the Hextech gates today. Barrel going to flash on in once again onto the Sivir.
It was a nice
and
try. It
denied.
was a nice
Now
try.
the depth charge comes in onto Rascal, who is in a lot of trouble. Has the stopwatch. and
Nice, that's nice. Yeah, they can get. They can't get him. Oh my goodness, they couldn't get to the back line. Oh, GG 1-1. That was a nice try. A little bit unfortunate with Barrel. A little bit.
And the Hail Mary from DRX not gonna be enough. Viper showcasing
The
he is one of
the
best
intention
AD
was good,
carries
I
in
believe, from
the
Barrel
region,
because
able to
it
stay alive. Great use
almost
of Summers
worked
there as
out.
well.
Almost.
As,
But as you can see, sometimes almost cost you a game.
Punish Barrel, that's the
I think that with the
second
Baron
silly
power
Hextech
play, yeah,
game
is gonna
that
be the
I've
game.
seen. The previous one by Kingen, he ended up living.
They would have to do
but,
something
not
very
in
silly
a great place.
to lose the game
And
at the
then here,
moment. Yeah, they,
if you do this
if
while
Nautilus
Croco ults, like, you
wouldn't
get
be
away with it,
here,
but because Life is
that
there and
would
actually,
be
gets on
still
top of him immediately,
manageable. And
they're
I
able to
believe
take on
that
Barrel,
the
but no
equalizer
flashes.
should go
Gets a
there
spell shot at the Viper, but that's not
vertically,
really enough.
not
Rascal
like this,
also
but
uses equalizer. Like, if
90
they have equalizer here, then
degrees
maybe they can
to
turn
the
it, even
left.
with Fate actually doing a ton of work. You
Counterclockwise.
see as well, credit to
And it would
Grizzly
do more
immediately
damage.
swapping over
They
to
might get
healing
more
for
from this
Viper there.
fight.
Keeps his AD carry alive. And with
They
the
only got
Kiteback
the
and
support,
team
so
fighting
that's
power, Humble Life
not even a
get themselves
consolation
the Nash.
prize. The support basically should be the one who die first, or jungler.
Fans, and they should be, even with the effect of defeat
Oh my
engaged
god.
It's scary there.
Uh,
Yes, very scary stuff. Life Esports with their Baron buffs.
the fans are
Some of them scared
amazing.
themselves.
How they
Actually
react
push
to
on
the game,
Dirk,
they
seems
just
like
like
have
live.
seen him
Oh
down.
my
Dirks
god.
are gonna go in, speed
Thank
wedge
god.
now. Gonna press his
Ooh,
buttons, the
ooh,
equalizer's
ooh.
good. The Nocturne gets in, but a stopwatch is there. They take out Life though, and the damage is
Oh
enough, but
my
it's for Nexus
god.
once again. Kingen
What's
just
happening
laying
over
it, and
here?
Zeka is unaffected the entire time. Just shelling damage from the mid lane.
This is just a
Takes him a triple kill,
bloodbath.
and they get Viper, but they don't take out Zeka.
It's
or
3 for
Kingen,
4.
who will now push the mid lane.
And even with Viper, doesn't have sums, ends up going down. This is the problem with the
I'm
Humble
not
Life
sure what's
comp.
gonna happen with the
This
game,
is a
honestly,
triple
because the
threat
first
comp.
game is
It's
gonna
not
go to
enough
the
just
one
take
what
out
I
Viper. You
believe they
need to
won't
deal
let that go
with the other
anymore.
members as well.
But
Zeka might have
by
been
the
crowned,
look
but
of the
he has
game,
Nashers, so at this point, he's not gonna be too
just
worried.
just
Not sure
one
about that one,
tank,
but,
one more tank would be
should
enough
end
for
up
the
being
DRX
too
to
much.
equalize.
Just gonna take the Hextech gate out. This time actually makes sense. And yeah, this mid inhibitor. It's pretty good. It's not the end of the world, but just furthering their lead essentially.
Viper's like,
At this point, it's
I buy
not
GA
fortunate because
understandably given out these
they
games
don't
are played
have
out,
push
and
towers, they only
here
have
they
top
keep
and
going
bottom,
for
but
these
that
aggressive
attempt
plays.
was
This
very
time around
nice,
actually ends up
still.
working out because of a great equalizer.
But
and Viper
it's just like the
second
Renekton
for the field, but they're
came
also
in the
going
middle,
up
that
into a
was
choke point
the end.
against a Zero who is, as you mentioned, just autoing throughout the entirety of that fight. Angry Croc. So it doesn't,
That was
doesn't end
fun.
up working out quite well. And
Quite
alright,
well.
it's textbook comp.
Quite.
It's textbook gameplay. Looking good so far in game number one.
One what doesn't have quite,
GA
it
is
has
complete,
white.
And you can't really dive on the Viper and hope to win the team fight from here on out. because
Yeah, they are
just don't have the time
expecting
with
the
Reds
collapse, like, you know,
is
with the
enough for
Nocturne you are
the other
always
Reds on Humble Life
expecting
Esports
on,
now to
on
take
this,
you
like, you know,
out,
level of
and
format
Viper's
of playoffs,
respawn, of
you...
course, so
It's not like regular
Rascal's
season,
trying his
right?
best,
When
trying to
people
push
are
that
like,
side
oh yeah, it's a
lane
Nocturne,
with
who
the
cares?
teleport.
He's gonna ult eventually, right? Over here is like, no, it's Nocturne, he's gonna ult.
But even the double
We need to
Hextech
protect
break is
Viper
gonna
and
feel
Zeka.
nice here for the side
It's
of Humble
basically
Life
that, and
Esports.
with Mao,
They don't even
Rene,
have an objective
and
at this
Nautilus,
point to go
three
for, so they're
tanks,
just gonna push the top
three
lane.
tanks just to like no block.
And it really is gonna
Whatever is
have to
coming
require
from
some
the
major
DRX,
mistakes
it's a
from
lot.
Humble Life to lose at this point, because your disengaged composition has a ton of defensive
The
items,
good
right?
news is
Crown
that
there,
it's not a
double
dominant
GA.
victory.
With Sums,
I would say
Viper's
it's
flashing
back and
back on
forth
cooldown as
with
well.
advantage for Juanma,
First inhib is
who
down.
did
You're sitting
less
on the
mistakes
sword
at this point,
opposing enemy
because those
opposing team
engages,
has one
as
Drake,
fun as they
and
are,
their composition has
you
kinda run
need
its
to
course.
be like, you
If
know,
you snowball the mid game,
you need
I
to
really
have more
like the DRX
percentage
comp. I
of
think that
accuracy
pressure
with it.
sideline that Noctis provides can
Because it
definitely
cannot be like, you know, oh, I'm gonna
something that's really
try
hard
it
to deal
out,
with,
but yeah, the
from here on
trying
out,
out,
unless
ending up
everyone
with
on
giving
Hanwha,
5
like,
kills,
funnels
that's not
into
trying
a
out anymore.
five-man product fate
It's just like, you
wombo
know,
combo
feeding the
with
enemies.
equalizer on top.
And
It's not
one
looking
way
too
is
hot.
fed, DRX
And then
is
they
like,
have
you
to
know,
kill Viper
7k
second
gold
time.
almost behind, and 7k
And,
gold
the
is
death count picked up
substantial.
here
That's like
for
at least
Zeka,
2
who's just
items,
piling up the
free,
cash.
2 free items on,
Even,
like, you know, 1 item more on
going to
2
be
people.
going into probably
2.5
Shadow
people,
Flame,
let's
but we'll have
say.
to wait and see what he does make out of that
And one more
alternator.
item does make
Just a
difference,
lot
right?
of gold
Think
stacked
of
up here
person
onto
who
the
is fighting
Azir.
with just boots and
LIP
someone
Sports
is fighting
waiting
with boots and
for
Leandris.
this soul,
right?
potentially. If
A
you get
little
X6 soul
difference.
with this, that is the nail in the
It does
coffin.
make.
It's very difficult to lose with that one. Just be making a run at it.
It's
We
a
do have the
little
Baron
stall
spawning
because
about
they are waiting for the timers of
16
Baron
seconds
and
afterwards,
Drake
so
at the
don't have to worry
moment,
about
so
that,
they
but
have to
no doubt
stall.
LIP Sports with their DPS
They
can
want to
just
push
force the Hextech
until they
fight.
will get the buffs.
Yeah, they really can. And
The mid lane has
DRX,
1 minute
as
and
mentioned, I think that the
52.
previous fight that they weren't
for
able to win
super
was kind of their
minions.
last chance. Now the
So,
gold lead is
They will have 50
nigh
seconds on
unsurmountable,
Baron
and
while
it
mid will be
also
still pushing,
creates a
so
really,
they will be
really
baiting it
obvious
hard.
issue. A great comeback mechanic with Nocturne specifically is
It's a
trying to
nice
catch
try
people
for
inside lane.
DRX
I want
to
you to look at
actually
how Hanwha, like,
utilize on Drake,
between
but
Zeka
the
and
Hex
Kimin,
Gate make it
who do you think is easier
very,
to,
very
to kill?
difficult.
Because I think both of them just one between Barrel.
Very difficult, yeah.
As Barrel is going to get caught here, we do have the Sivir ult to
No,
be
they're
used.
actually a
Barrel's
little bit
trying to
damaged
run
on them.
away, as meanwhile, they can't get past Renekton, as Kingen is going to zone them, but he's taking so much free damage, has a GA.
Oh,
Pump
GA,
Blossom alone does pretty much nothing,
nah.
as Kingen buys the time here on the backside. Might have to pay for it with his life, as Podak at least will take out the damage. And the rumble is actually pretty huge. And now, Grizzly making his way back in.
Oh no, he
to get
can't
the
do.
GA, as Podak is trying
No,
his
he was
damage,
trying,
will
but
not
1
be
versus
quite
3 is not
enough, as
happening.
Rascal goes for a little dance
Yeah, it's a
there at
GG.
the end. But it should be Hextech Soul or maybe just
Yeah,
the game here
GG.
from LIP Esports.
And if Podak
They will let it go. 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 15 on Barrel, 20
mills
on
that flash,
Crocom
and
now.
maybe he kills
The minions are at the
Viper.
tower,
That's
so
it. He kills Viper,
it's a
and then
GG.
the team unfortunately still will not be able to get it done. Hanwha Life, it's nothing
Cheeky
flashy,
flashing.
but it's good gameplay here early on. They weather some of the pressure that
Yeah,
DRX
that's it.
tries to put up,
GG.
and take a pretty decisive
It was a nice
1.
game. I believe we
Trying to take a
are
second
up
here
for
right at
some
the
treat.
end, but LIP
Hopefully it
Esports
will be not only 3
take the
games.
extra kills and
Congratulations
move on with
for
their
Hanwha
lives.
for winning game number 1. That was
Very
very
handily
nice.
taken by LIP Esports, as Life had a huge game.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'll be back with you for the game number 2. So,
But yeah,
hope you
very
enjoyed
dominant stuff,
the
very
first game.
straightforward stuff.
It was
It's
quite
kinda what we
fun,
expected
lots of
from the
action,
side of Hanwha Life
lots of
Esports.
everything, and
We'll
see you
if
at the
we can
game
keep it
2.
up for the rest of the best of 5.